Hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder, to Napalm's newest news, and today we have the dev block on the Kuma, the fighting bear, and this will be the first Japanese tech tree light cruisers. And when I say that it will be the first one, I guess it has the battle rating of 5.0. Now, the link to this dev block is in the video description down below. Let's just go briefly over it, what I expect from it, and what the dev block actually says. So first of all, it is a rather old school one with 140mm guns, and they are mounted in single mountings, which is nice because if you get a hit to a main gun, you don't lose a significant portion of your firepower if you have a double or triple turret and you lose it. So this is more along the lines of the KMS Emden or the Krasny Krim, or in parts the USS Trenton, HMS Enterprise, which are the other nations' light cruisers at 5.0. But this ship will be a little bit different, as Gaijin says here. How exactly it will be has to be seen on the dev server and then later on the live server, but I can assume from my experience that it will be a little bit awkward and has a bit more disadvantages than advantages, although there is just so much that you can get from the dev block, and even if you know the ship in real life and its real life combat performances and all the statistics, it always depends what Gaijin then implements in the game and what the game mechanics have to say about this. So first of all, here we can see that it will be the lightest with only 5,500 tons, but it will be then pretty fast with 67 knots, 67 kilometers per hour, which is decent. That goes to the fast destroyers, not the very fastest, but some of the fastest. And that is nice. And then we come obviously to the main guns and the armor plating, and 63mm forming the belt and 32mm plating protecting ammunition compartments. How exactly the armor is laid out, it depends, but this will at least stop the HE spam from certain guns, although if you're then in an up tier and you meet a Kirov or something like a Brooklyn comes around and just spams you to death. And then also when you have to meet the heavy cruisers, you can imagine that this ship will lack a little bit of desirability. Then the next thing is that we have here two 80mm multi-purpose cannons. Not a lot of other stuff is going around, so vulnerable to air attacks, and also PT boats. If they surprise you, then it depends on the turret rotation speed, how fast you can swing them around, how maneuverable your ship is to dodge the torpedoes, and how fast you can switch or change your speed. Then it will be the first ship that even in realistic battle can reload its 4 dual 533mm torpedo launchers. Again, it depends how Gaijin implements it. If they bring back the torpedo tube detonation, it will be more of a drawback than an advantage. And how good those torpedoes will be compared to the long lances, I do not think that those are long lances. When I look at the caliber, it should be 610mm for the long lances, if my brain is not betraying me right here. So then we have 7 140mm quick firing guns and 6 per broadside. 6 is the same as the Emden with its 5.9 inch or 150mm. The Krasny Krim brings 8 130mm to bear. The USS Trenton 7 6-inch guns, and the MH Enterprise 6 6-inch guns. So you don't have the highest caliber, but also not the least amount of guns. You're kind of right in between, but then it depends what Gaijin thinks quick firing is. So we'll see. And then it also depends on the ammunition type the ship gets and how the ammunition performs. If it packs a lot of TNT, if it is slow muzzle velocity, all those factors have to be tested out in combat versus the other ships. Then we can talk through it. And again, how vulnerable the ammo racks are, the magazines are, their placement, and how effective the armor is in stopping it, etc. So I think it is a good entry for the first cruiser because it has a lot of drawbacks. But we will have to find out if it will be fun, and again, what the meta will be, how many updates you will get, how much you have to fight those heavy cruisers, etc. So this is now the Napalm's news for today. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you appreciate this rather quick video format. Give the video a like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other on the waves of War Thunder.